As the 2025 WNBA season kicks off, there's a quiet but undeniable sense that something different is brewing in Chicago. After a difficult 2024 campaign that saw the Sky sink to a 13-27 finish and land at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, the organization made it clear they weren't interested in staying stuck in rebuilding mode. The decisions they've made in the offseason, from the front office to the coaching staff and all the way down to the practice court, signal a new energy, a sense of urgency to not just compete, but to build a lasting culture that players want to be a part of. For a team trying to redefine itself, this season feels like the beginning of a long-term vision, one that stretches beyond box scores and stat sheets and aims for something much more substantial: stability, identity, and pride. Much of that change starts at the top, where the Sky introduced a new head coach in Tyler Marsh. While Marsh may not have been a household name among casual fans, those who've followed basketball closely know that he comes with a serious pedigree. His time with NBA and WNBA championship caliber teams has given him a strong foundation rooted in player development, tactical precision, and emotional intelligence. What sets Marsh apart isn't just his resume, it's his approach. He's the type of coach who listens, who watches, who adapts. He's already begun implementing a style that pushes players to think beyond their traditional roles. For example, he's challenged his bigs to play more fluidly, to step outside the paint and handle the ball, pass with confidence, and shoot when the opportunity arises. It's a system built not just to win games, but to unlock each player's full potential, and in doing so, maybe even reshape what people expect from the Chicago Sky. This coaching change would have meant little without meaningful upgrades to the roster, and that's exactly where the Sky made some of their biggest statements. Perhaps the most emotionally resonant move was the return of Courtney Vandersloot, one of the most beloved players in franchise history. Her leadership and basketball IQ have always been elite, and bringing her back isn't just a nod to the past. It's a signal that Chicago is still a destination for serious professionals. Her return means everything to a young core still learning the ins and outs of the league. Vandersloot brings a stabilizing force to the locker room, and when she's on the floor, everything just runs smoother. Her vision, her timing, her ability to find the open player in the tightest of windows, those skills don't fade, and they're exactly what the Sky need to bring their younger talent up to speed. The Sky also made headlines with the addition of Kia Nurse, a gritty veteran with a reputation for being a tireless competitor and a knockdown shooter when she's in rhythm. Nurse isn't the flashiest signing, but she brings something that every team needs: consistency. Whether she's locking down an opposing guard or spacing the floor to give her teammates room to operate, Nurse plays with the kind of edge that tends to rub off on those around her. That's exactly what a young team like the Sky needs right now, someone who sets a tone every time they step on the court. Add to that the acquisition of Ariel Atkins, a multi-time all-star with championship experience and a relentless motor on both ends of the floor, and suddenly you have a trio of veterans who can steer the ship while the younger players find their way. Speaking of youth, the 2025 draft was another big moment for Chicago. With the 11th overall pick, they selected Hailey Van Lith, a guard known for her competitiveness, clutch scoring, and refusal to back down from big moments. Van Lith has bounced around the college landscape, always finding a way to rise through the noise and deliver when it mattered most. She brings that same edge to the WNBA, a chip on her shoulder, a hunger to prove herself, and a willingness to grind. She's the kind of player that fits perfectly into Marsh's vision of a flexible, high-energy team. Not far behind was Maddie Westbeld, taken at 16th overall, a player with size and stretch-forward capabilities. She's still growing into her game, but her basketball IQ and ability to impact plays on both ends make her an exciting prospect for a team focused on development. At the center of this new chapter is Angel Reese, now entering her sophomore season in the league and emerging as one of the franchise's most vocal leaders. Reese has never been one to shy away from a challenge. She came into the league with a big personality and an even bigger motor, and she's continued to play with that same fire. In her rookie season, she averaged 13.6 points and 8.1 rebounds, showing flashes of the dominant force she was in college. But this year, it's not just about putting up numbers. It's about presence. Reese has embraced the opportunity to lead. She speaks with conviction, hypes up her teammates, and isn't afraid to hold herself accountable. That kind of energy can be contagious, and it's exactly what this version of the Sky needs. What's especially interesting is how Reese has spoken about the decisions made by the veterans who joined the team. In a recent media session, she talked openly about the leap of faith players like Vandersloot, Nurse, and Atkins took by choosing Chicago. She admitted that coming to a team without a dedicated practice facility was a risk, a real one. Yet, that choice speaks volumes about the belief these veterans have in the organization's direction. Reese joked that once the new facility is up and running, everyone in the league is going to want to come to Chicago. And while she said it with a laugh, there's a very real confidence behind that statement. You can feel that she believes it, and more importantly, that she's determined to be one of the reasons it becomes true. The Sky's current training situation has been less than ideal. They practice at the Saks Recreation Center in Deerfield, Illinois, which is nearly an hour away from downtown. For a professional team in a major market, that setup has long been viewed as a disconnect between expectations and reality. But all of that is about to change. The franchise has already broken ground on a brand new $38 million practice facility in Bedford Park. When completed in December 2025, it will feature every modern amenity a professional team could ask for. 2 full WNBA regulation courts, a high-tech training and recovery center, film rooms, player lounges, and spaces built with athlete well-being in mind. This isn't just about comfort. It's about sending a message that the organization is serious about building a championship-caliber program from the ground up. The importance of this new facility can't be overstated. It gives the team an identity, a physical home where they can grow together and operate at the highest level. It means players won't have to commute an hour just to get shots up. It means they'll have access to recovery tools and support staff that are crucial for staying healthy during a grueling season. It's the kind of move that changes the way a franchise is perceived, not just by players, but by fans, media, and the wider sports world. It shows that Chicago isn't content with just fielding a team. They want to build a program players respect, where careers can flourish and winning becomes part of the culture. As the season unfolds, the Sky find themselves in a unique position, not quite rebuilding, but not quite contenders yet either. They're somewhere in that messy in-between space where anything feels possible. And that's not a bad place to be. With the mix of proven leadership and young, hungry talent, every game becomes an opportunity to learn, to gel, to inch closer to the identity they're trying to carve out. Tyler Marsh is steering a ship filled with potential, but what really matters now is how they respond to the growing pains and the inevitable challenges of the season. This isn't just about one good year or making a splashy playoff run. This is about setting the tone for what's to come. It's about investing in culture, creating an environment where players want to stay and where fans want to show up. It's about telling the basketball world that Chicago is ready to evolve. It may not all come together in one season. There will be ups and downs. But for the first time in a while, there's a feeling that the Sky are not just reacting to their past. They're actively building their future. And for fans who've been waiting for something real to take root, that's more than enough reason to believe.